Hello.
Hello, Joseph Nichols, I see is your title.
Yep, that's right.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing? Is it
I
okay if I'm kind of out for a walk right now at this amphitheater we're playing tonight? It's kind of like really not a lot of quiet places to
Yeah.
do a Zoom. So I hope it's all right if I'm out walking.
Oh, I will totally go for a walk with you.
Okay, good
Yeah.
deal. All right.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm Michaela. I met you at Oregon
Hi,
Jamboree.
Michaela.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to
Yeah.
see you. Mike says hi, by the way.
Oh, hello, Mike. Yeah, tell
Hi,
him I said
Nash.
hi. Yeah.
All right.
Well, you guys are coming back to Oregon, General Duffy's in Redmond on Friday. We
Yeah,
we
it's
just
gonna
can't
have a
get
good time.
enough of you. We just keep bringing you back to Oregon.
Well, likewise, I love Oregon. My wife has been up there many times with me to see the beautiful countryside. Man, such great people. I mean, the food is outstanding. The scenery, the people.
Yeah.
I mean, what's not to love? So I'm glad we're spending a good portion of our summer up there with you.
Yeah, totally. Are you bringing the family out for it?
Think so. If not for that, yeah, I think that week we'll be up there together. If not, um, then the next week. But I'm pretty sure one or the other. Yeah,
Okay.
but we're gonna
Okay.
be up in Oregon.
Perfect. I love that. That's exciting because I got to
Yeah.
do the summer vacation, right?
Absolutely, and that I love that my wife and my children also, which one of my children is with me today, my youngest. I love when they get to see the country with me. You know, they get to see the country music fans of
Hmm.
of America, and they also get to see the beautiful local landscapes, especially in a place like Oregon. Today we're in Tampa, Florida, which is beautiful. But they'll get to see Oregon, which I've always raved about, the natural beauty and the everything kind of organic and homegrown, and everything's about growing it here and locally owned, operated, and grown. And I just love that organic life, I
Hmm.
guess is
Hmm.
how you put it.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're gonna love seeing that.
Now, do they like watching you on stage, and do they have like anything like do they want to get up there with you ever, or how does that work for you guys?
um well, my youngest definitely wants to get up with me sometimes and play. She's kind of she's into the show of it. Like
Hmm.
she's into like, oh, this is a big deal. A lot of people here. This is exciting. It's a show. Now, my 14-year-old daughter, that's my youngest, by the way, my 12-year-old
Hmm.
daughter. She's like into the show and entertainment. My 14-year-old is an extremely creative little person. She's a self-taught musician. Yeah, I've helped
Oh.
her play guitar, but she's learned how to play piano like by ear,
Hmm.
and extremely talented, just picks up on so many things so fast. And so I don't know how to play the piano, but she does very well. And she's a great little singer, and she's writing songs, and just a beautiful, creative little artist mind. And she doesn't want to be on the stage. Really,
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
like, "Nah, I don't want to be part of the show. I just want to create music and experience what it's like to create." And she's kind of less into the show than my 12-year-old. My 12-year-old's totally about, let's go rock. This is gonna be
Let's
great.
do it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the opposite kind of mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you teach yourself how to play, or did you take lessons?
Um, I've never really had a guitar lesson. I've always picked it up by ear and just watching others. I learned the basics, and then I learned a couple of cheap little guitar tricks, and I turned those little cheap guitar tricks into a little bit more complicated cheap tricks. And then over time, I've learned more about scales and numbers, and I have a broader understanding of how to play guitar now.
Hmm.
Thanks to kind of learning little bits and pieces along the way on my own.
Yeah, I think that's so great. There's something about Nashville too that you're surrounded by so many musicians. You're like, oh, I should
Yes.
probably learn a couple extra
Yes.
things.
Yeah. You'll get caught with your pants down if you don't know what you're doing, man. You'd be like, yeah, I feel like the only guy in here that doesn't know these licks on guitar. So, yeah, definitely.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of something like that, what's the craziest thing that you've seen from the stage, looking out into the audience? I'm sure you have some stories.
Speaking of pants down,
Yeah, speaking of playing
um,
standing on the ground.
gosh, some of the craziest things I've seen, people. I played a bike rally one time, Sturgis actually, up in
Oh.
is that South Dakota?
Hmm.
Boy, that was a lot. that was a lot to handle in one show. If they weren't fighting, they were doing the other.
Yeah,
So they were opposite ends of the spectrum, and so that was rowdy.
uh-huh.
We had a show in Australia. Man, it was rocking place called Rockingham, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or Rockhampton. Beautiful venue, rodeo crowd. I mean, there was 16,000 people in this arena, and they were like amped up.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were so loud, I couldn't really hear what I was doing on stage. It was one of those, just, I hope it sounds good. They were just so loud and singing the songs over top of me. And man, I saw these, and they were so cramped up in this rodeo arena. Like I said, it was 17,000 people in there, and in a place that probably held 9,000. And man, these two dudes started swinging at each other about, I don't know, maybe 5, 6 rows deep, dead center. And it was one of the bloodiest fights I've ever seen in my life. These dudes were making strong, flush contact with each other. I mean, knocking teeth out, breaking bones,
Oh
bloody
my.
up faces. And I mean, this went on for, I played the shape I'm in. So funny. I remember, I mean, I started this song, this fight started, and I'm just watching this go down, singing my whole song like, God, there's nothing. It was so packed, it's so tight in there that security couldn't even get to these guys. It was so, so, I guess, so packed.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so after about 2 or 3 minutes of these guys just slugging it out, they hugged it out and they partied the rest of the show like they were lifelong brothers. It might have been lifelong brothers. But man, that
Wild.
was a bloody fight. And then like I said, it's Australia. These boys were going. And man, like I said, afterwards they hugged it out and had arms around each other the rest of the show and rocked it out. That was a crazy, crazy experience. I had to call them out on stage, like, you guys, man, that's one of a kind stuff right there. I got to give
Mm-hmm.
you all credit.
That is a moment. That is a whirlwind of emotions that you watched.
Sure is. I took every bit. I had to appreciate every single bit of that. Took all the time to get. You guys know how to do it here, man. Get it all out of the system and then love one another. That's cool. I love it.
Yeah, it's like my boys. I have two boys and a daughter, but they go at it. I'm like, you guys need to go for a run. Like, go do
Yeah.
something.
Get it out of your system, and at the end of the day, hug each other. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then there's the flip side where I do make them hug each other. So
Yeah.
they don't want
Show
to.
enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got new music dropping. You got High Notes
Yeah.
out, Fighting the Good Fight, Goodbyes Are
Yeah.
Hard to Listen to. I love those.
Thank you so much.
Something that I realized about you is you have sang a lot of songs that people have basically given to you to sing, and you're a
Yeah.
writer on all these songs that have come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Over the years, I've just I've not put a lot of focus on writing my own stuff. I'm sorry about the wind noise if that's
Oh,
bothering you
you're fine.
there.
You're fine.
I just haven't put a lot of value on writing uh, near as much as a lot of other artists. I have time for a family, and I have time for managing my career, and I've got time to do vocals and kind of production of a record. But writing takes a lot of different characteristics, takes time and a little bit of different kind of effort. You have to really sit down and think, and that requires just a lot of mental discipline of not doing anything else other than thinking deep thoughts and trying to form it into something commercially viable. So I just haven't considered writing near as much as I did in my earlier years. And then for this record, I wanted to tap back into that resource and see if that writing ability that, was it ever there to begin with? And if it was, will it be here again?
Mm-hmm.
So I started writing, started the practice of writing, and started getting in some rooms with some good writers and wrote a few things that were good but not great, and then started writing some really quality stuff. And that's what I got out there with, Fighting the Good Fight and High Notes, a couple others that I wrote that are really important to me that I hope people get to hear. One's called Fight Gone Bad, another fight song, shocker.
Mm-hmm.
You find a little good with a fight gone bad. But yeah, I'm still there with me. I'm so
Yep, I'm here.
sorry.
You're good. No, you're good.
Um, but yeah, I've written a lot more lately. I wrote a song with Garth Brooks. I think that people get to hear.
Really?
It's a concept of a 1800s, Western preacher that had a
Ooh.
bit of a history, and carries a gun on him. So that's a cool little concept that we come up with. So yeah, I just took a little time to start tapping into that side of my creativity, and
Mm-hmm.
I think we got some good stuff out of it.
Yeah. How you feeling getting that side of your brain working?
It's stressful in the time in the moment, because I'm trying to, like I said, set aside time to think deep thoughts and think of how it would, appeal to a massive audience,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully a big audience. And that's kind of difficult when you're juggling family of,
Mm-hmm.
several kids and a record label. That things have to be on time, and I've got to tour to support everything, and that requires the bulk of my time outside of my family. So squeezing in time to be a deep thinker is sometimes a little challenging, but when you're productive with that time, which I think I was, um, boy, it just feels so good on the back end of it. When you put that much, um, when you sacrifice that much time, energy, love, sweat, tears, hatred, joy, pride, everything you can think of into that experience, writing. Um, when it comes out on the back end and you feel like you got something good, there is no feeling that replaces that,
Mm-hmm.
other than the love of God
Yep.
and
Yep.
and
True.
my family. That's
Yeah.
about the only thing that could replace that feeling. It's just that's about it. And it's just a special thing. And now if it's commercially successful, which means if it makes everybody money,
Mm-hmm.
then great. Then
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
makes money and everybody's happy, and it kind of cures a lot of ills. But for me, that feeling of I'm doing the right thing, I'm in the right place, and at the right time, and God approves. Um, that's I can't replace that with anything else, especially
No.
money.
No. And he's the one who gives us all those ideas anyway. So
Amen.
yeah.
Amen.
I think that's so great. This song that you have with Garth, how long did it take you guys to write?
Well, that's a good question. It's kind of always a work in progress.
Yeah.
Um, I brought it to Garth. He shot it back to me like almost complete, and he just wrote, and like within a couple of weeks, he sent me this version. He goes, "All right, here you go. Fix the second verse. Boom, boom. Chorus, verse, chorus, done." And I'm like, "Damn, I think we got a song."
Yeah.
I think what just happened was we wrote a song. um, but man,
Brilliant.
he's a gifted guy. Man, I love the character of that guy, and I know there's crazy stuff going on with him. Not to sidetrack
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
conversation here, but the man I know, that guy right there, is a very, very quality human being and a gifted song guy that has really brilliant ideas and knows how to market. He knows how to do a lot of things. And I think it's a damn tragedy to see what's happening going. This doesn't have to be a part of our thing,
Yeah. Yeah. I can take it out.
if you don't want. But I think it's a damn sad tragedy that people are doing this to him, because of all the people I know in the business, he is one of the better human beings I've come across. And
Mm-hmm.
that's saying something. There's a lot of real giant, pieces of work in the
Mm-hmm.
music business that appear to be great people in the public that are really not.
Yeah.
And he's one of those good guys uh that people should know, man. They should know that guy. He's a good guy. And all this stuff that's going on around him, I think it's just dark, demonic stuff trying to get at him. And like I said, this doesn't have to be part of our interview. I just think it's I'm getting it off my mind. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's not fair to that guy. And I think people making podcasts and coming up with conspiracy theories around that guy to make clicks, and they think it's funny, and tear a guy's life to pieces, or try to tear a guy's career to pieces because of some internet jokes and memes and stuff. And I think that's low quality human stuff. I
Yeah.
don't think much of those kinds of people, and it's a shame they do that to a high quality human.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just think that's wrong.
No, he's the guy who goes and has lunch with the janitor at one of his shows. He's the guy
People
who,
don't, yes,
yeah, yeah, he's
people
the
don't
guy who
realize that
loves
about
big.
him.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and he doesn't drink. He's not I was surprised to know this when I started touring with him for a little bit back in 19. I did a few shows with him then, and Trisha said, doesn't drink a drop of alcohol. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dang, I don't think I've ever met anybody that doesn't drink, never cared for drinking. I think, his family is kind of like mine, maybe had a little bit of a volatile, kind of upbringing. And so he just never wanted to do that. And so that's my understanding. I don't know. He'll have to tell you this, um, but I always respected that. He's kind of stayed away from something that's not going to help his family. And, um, from the time I spent around, I'll tell you, I'll give you a story.
Okay.
So I opened for him in Denver, Colorado, little under 90,000 people. And I was supposed to go on about 7:00, and he was supposed to go on maybe 30 minutes after I was done. Sorry about the plane up there. But he pulled me on this show, 90,000 people, Mile High Stadium. Going to be a phenomenal night. Well, at my showtime, the place is half full. It's half full. And I'm like, damn, I wish, I wish it was packed in here, but people are just still kind of rolling in. Now, Garth comes into my dressing room with 10 minutes to go. He comes to me and he goes, hey, I'm going to hold everything. I'm going to let people get in the seats. I'm going to put a stop to the show. My people will go on when I tell them to go on, but I want this house to see Joe Nichols, and I'm going to wait until their butts are in the seat for you to go on. He said, so just hang tight. We'll let this place fill up. And when they do, I'm going to get you on stage.
Wow.
Now, I cannot tell you how rare that is in this business, that a headliner would go out of his way to do anything for a support, but to go out of his way to make time for me to reach his fans in the fullest capacity. That just shows the level of his humility. And, to help a guy like me, reach 90,000 instead of 40,000. I just think he's a quality person like that, and has always been that guy in my experience around him. So I love him. I think he's great. I think it's tragedy what's happened around him. I hate that our conversation has been hijacked by this, but I feel like somebody had to know that, it's a tragedy what's happening to him. But
it really is. But to go off of that, he played a show at U of O, and he has like a team of 6. At that time, it was a very small team, and I got to meet a lot of them, and I'm friends with 2 of them now. But I learned so much from his team, just how to treat people and love on others. And I've actually, there's, you meet a lot of people in the industry, but you glean off of just few of them, and those are some of the people that I've held on to. Those little pearls from them. But yeah, okay, well, let's talk about C'est La V coming out. When do we get that song?
Well, I think it's officially out to DSPs, the streaming platforms, on July 17th. And I think it's available at radio going for ads on July 20th, if I'm not mistaken. Those are the 2 important dates. But we'll be teasing it on our social media platforms from now till July 20th. And on. So it's funny. It's spelled say, say, S-A-Y, La V, just the letter V. It's going to be the number one question I'll be asked from here the rest of my life. It'll be like, why'd you spell it like that?
Why is it like that?
Because in country music, we do stuff like this. We spell it a little different. We take pride in having a country feel to a lot of stuff. We know how to properly spell the French phrase, say, with a C apostrophe E-S-T. We know how to spell all that. We just choose to be a little more fun with it and spell it a little differently.
Yeah, we choose to be a little rednecky on certain things.
We choose to be a little rednecky. That's how we do it.
C'est La vie. Well, I don't know if I can say this, but I love the horns at the beginning, and then and then you start singing, and there's like Bakersfield thrown in there. I felt like there was like a little bit of that. Yeah. Yeah,
I think you nailed it. The horns are kind of one of those out of left field things. I think you're going to either hear it and love it, or you're going to hear it and go, what the hell am I listening to? Horns and country music right now in 2026. I thought it was a little bit of an adventure, a little bit of a risk, in a good way. Like, hey man, why not swing for the fence? Let's see what they, let's see what they say. What's the worst that can happen? Oh, they tell us they don't like horns. All right.
I know. I love the horns. I'm like, this is a summer jam. Roll the windows down.
It's fun. And the funny thing is, man, the song says that's life. That's such is life. That's the meaning of this song. So I think it captures a phenomenal party vibe. let go of everything and just have fun vibe. I think we could all use a little bit of that right now. Everybody could just use a little bit of say la vie in their life and not take everything so, you know, not take everything so personal and
Seriously.
serious. Yeah. So let's have fun. Say la vie. Say that's life, and let's have some fun. This is actually a breakup song. Spoiler alert. But it's a breakup song. It's about a guy that says, there's a lot of ways to say this. I'm going to pick a couple, say adios, say bon voyage, say la vie, all that.
All of it. I love the line too. Don't let the door hit you or the good Lord split you.
No, that's the hook. That's the line people remember, like tequila makes her clothes fall off. It'll be,
Yes.
the merch ideas are coming left and right with don't let the door hit you, where the good Lord
Mm-hmm.
splits you.
Uh-huh. Well, I
Yeah.
want one of those, and may it be as big or bigger than tequila.
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Well, I don't want to keep you any longer. I so appreciate the conversation today. You're
Me
amazing,
too.
Joe.
Thank
Yeah,
you. I
yeah,
sure appreciate you.
totally. And we look forward to seeing you Friday, Redmond, General Duffy's, joenichols.com for tickets. Safe travels, my friend.
I sure appreciate it. And thanks for taking a walk with me today. I hope it was all right. We got a little bit of Florida sunshine,
I love it.
and I'm looking forward to getting up there and experiencing some Oregon sunshine and some of the green,
Yeah, and
the Oregon green.
it's gonna be warm. And I
That's
just
all right.
wish I got the steps in that you're getting right now. Do the calories trade off?
I'm doing something for you. Yeah, I'm at, we're about 10,000 right now.
Okay, perfect. I'm done for the day too.
Yeah. Right on.
Okay, Joe, thank you so much.
All right, dear. Thank you. It's a pleasure talking to you.
You too. Thank you. Give
All right.
Mike a hug,
Bye-bye.
and I'll see you Friday.
I will do, dear.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.